Personally, I am not in favor of free buses for...
Is it because you're a man?
No. It's not because I'm a man. I'm not in favor of it because I think only people from BPL families should be given free transport. People from BPL families and senior citizens and Divyangjan. Because what happens is, at the end of the day, public transport is also a scarce resource. And when you give free access to something which has scarcity, people will use it for the sake of using it. So, I am saying this because when I was a college student, I had a travel as you like bus pass, which allowed me to travel on any non-AC route. And I spent more time in buses than I did in college. Because I could do it. Now, the minute that bus pass expired, I was in class. So, this is one problem that is expected to happen. Two is, if someone can afford a ticket, okay, not just afford a ticket, if someone is in a position where they can easily afford a ticket, why shouldn't they pay for it? Because at the end of the day, are you saying that a woman who's from a well-off middle-class family cannot afford to buy a ticket, while a male from a lower-class family or a below-poverty line family has to pay for a ticket? So that the whole consideration should be based on their affordability, not on the basis of who they are.
Okay, so in Bangalore it was introduced recently.
Right.
From when Congress government came in.
Right.
So in Delhi, it has been there for last 3-4 years, right?
And it has been in Tamil Nadu for the last 2 years.
Okay. So how is Delhi and Chennai faring?
I don't know how it impacts the organization because I have not looked into it that much. But I do know in Tamil Nadu, the government set up dedicated funds for this. But I'll tell you what happens on my journey back home from office or to office. In peak hours, so the free tickets are applicable on the regular buses, not the deluxe buses or the AC buses. Mm-hmm. So for me, the fare is simple. It's 6 rupees on a regular bus, 13 on a deluxe bus and 15 on an AC bus. Not much. But what happens is the regular bus is full because you have women with free tickets, you have school students and your senior citizens. These three categories have subsidies. So they get onto the bus. And but the number of buses have also gone down, so people are hanging onto the bus.
Okay.
So at any point in time, you will actually see, if you're waiting at the bus stop, you'll actually see a bus coming, tilting towards this side, with people hanging like gunny bags. That's how bad the situation is. And so those people who want to commute, who have to pay for a ticket, end up having to take the deluxe bus, which is equally crowded. Mm-hmm. They have to pay more than double. Because the fare difference between the regular and the deluxe bus in Chennai is double. Or else you have to wait and, based on your luck, if you get an AC bus, that is also equally crowded. Because that's 15 rupees minimum fare. And people get onto that. So, because this one, it puts an unwarranted strain on the bus itself. Because the buses are not designed to carry that load of passengers.
Okay.
Two is, it eats heavily into the finances of the transport corporation. Tamil Nadu has not bought new buses in the last, I think, since 2019. In fact, if you look at the tender, it's been cancelled some 13 times or something. They're not able to purchase new buses at all. And living on those old rickety buses. So this is how it is going to happen everywhere. And the thing is, what happens eventually is, like many complaints that I have heard in Bangalore from maids and all, is that bus drivers don't stop for when they see only women at a bus stop anymore.
Okay.
So this is not something that a bus driver should be doing, because his job is to pick up.
How does it matter to a bus driver if the bus is khali? He might as well take some passengers in.
Correct. But in many cases, they just don't stop.
Why?
They see a woman on a bus stop, they don't bother stopping, they just continue. So a lot of people have complained about this.
Okay.
And this is causing an unwanted strain on the BMTC's finances. It is also disincentivizing other people from taking a bus because it is now crowded. So more crowds, but I mean, more crowd in public transport is something we'd usually be happy about. But unfortunately, the transport corporation is not generating any revenue. And it has to generate revenue because it's only then that any transport company can maintain their fleet, they can maintain their buses, they can pay their staff salaries on time. Otherwise, it all comes back and lands upon the taxpayer. So we can't do anything about that. So that is one thing. So I am in principle against free buses because unless it is to people, like senior citizens, BPL families, give subsidies to school students. I don't say anything wrong with that. I took up the subsidy that we were given for college buses, college students, and it worked well. So give subsidies to students, and people who can afford it, let them pay for their ticket.
Okay.
I mean, if I can afford it, why should I get a free pass? Simple.